Have you ever felt exhausted? Not because you're doing too much, but because you're thinking too much about other people, their words, their behavior, their opinions, why they acted this way, why they didn't choose you. Today's book offers one simple idea, but if you truly understand it and apply it, it can completely change your life. This book is called
Chapter 1: Stop Proving and Start Doing. Most people are obsessed with proving themselves. They crave approval. They want recognition before results. They spend hours explaining who they are, defending their choices, justifying their dreams. And here's the truth: that energy is wasted. Every second you spend proving yourself is a second stolen from progress. You have a choice. You can keep seeking applause, or you can start producing results. That's the key. Results speak louder than explanations, always. You don't need their permission. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval to act. Champions know this instinctively. Champions move quietly, deliberately, and let their work make the noise. Action builds confidence faster than words ever will. It's simple: do, don't explain. Act, don't apologize. Win, don't wait. Repeat it until it sinks in. Win, don't wait. Look around. Most people are caught in a trap. Social media likes, office nods, peer validation. They measure success by how many people notice them. That's weakness disguised as ambition. It's not about proving your worth. It's about creating value. Stop seeking applause. Start producing results. Focus on action. That's the key. You have a choice. You can spend your life explaining yourself, or you can spend it building something tangible, something unstoppable. Let's break it down. Step 1. Identify your mission. What matters most to you? What is the work that will define you? Write it down. Declare it to yourself, not to anyone else. Then move. Start small if you have to. Take one step today, one action toward your goal, no matter how small, then another, then another. Action compounds. Movement creates momentum. Momentum breeds confidence. Confidence demolishes doubt. And doubt dies in the presence of consistent action. That's the truth. Step 2. Stop defending yourself. When someone criticizes you, that's their problem. When someone doubts you, that's their limitation, not yours. You don't need to justify your choices. You don't need to explain your vision. You don't need to defend your path. It's not about proving, it's about doing. Real champions internalize this. They let criticism slide off. They keep moving. That's the discipline of action. Remember, do, don't explain. Every time you justify yourself, you delay your progress. Every time you act silently, you accelerate it. Step 3. Measure by results, not recognition. The world is full of spectators. People will watch you. They will comment. They will analyze. But what matters is what you produce. Are you moving the needle? Are you building? Are you executing consistently? If yes, you are winning. If no, stop complaining and start doing. Results are non-negotiable. Results don't lie. You have a choice: chase applause or chase achievement. Achievers win silently. They let outcomes do the talking. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Look at any elite performer, an Olympic athlete, a successful entrepreneur, a military leader. Do you think they spend time proving themselves? Do you think they waste energy explaining their vision to skeptics? No, they show up, they train, they execute day after day, rain or shine, pressure or comfort. They win quietly, and the world only notices after the fact. That's how mental toughness is built. That's how champions are made, and you can do the same. You have a choice. Start doing, stop proving. Now let's get tactical. You want to stop proving and start doing. Here's exactly what to do. 1. Set a daily action goal. Not a vague idea, not a dream. A tangible action you can complete today. Finish it, win it. Move forward. 2. Ignore the noise. Social media, gossip, critics, friends, none of that matters when you are executing. Focus is non-negotiable. 3. Anchor your identity in action. Repeat to yourself every morning: I act, I deliver, I win, I don't wait for permission, I don't explain, I produce results. Say it, mean it, live it. Repetition is your ally. Say it again: do, don't explain. Act, don't apologize. Win, don't wait. Say it out loud. Write it down. Post it where you can see it. This mantra will hardwire your brain to prioritize action over approval. It will train your mind to stop seeking applause and start generating impact. You have a choice. Choose action. Choose results. Choose dominance over validation. That's the key. By now you may feel the urge to justify, to explain, to tell the world what you're doing. Don't. Every explanation is a delay. Every argument is wasted energy. Focus on building. Focus on executing. Focus on winning. Internalize this: your work is your voice. Your action is your power. Your results are your proof. You don't need their permission. You don't need their applause. You only need discipline. So here's the closing thought for this chapter. Stop proving. Start doing. Every second spent seeking approval is a second stolen from your potential. Every action taken without seeking recognition compounds into unstoppable momentum. Every day you execute quietly, you build mental toughness. You internalize discipline. You reinforce confidence. You create a life measured not by applause but by results. You master the art of doing over proving. Now it's time to confront what everyone fears but few face: pressure. How you respond when everything pushes against you. That's where true mental toughness is tested. Chapter 2. Embrace the pressure, don't fear it. Pressure is not your enemy, pressure is your testing ground. Pressure separates the weak from the unstoppable. Every high performer you admire thrives under pressure. Every champion you respect learn to welcome it. And here's the truth, you have a choice. You can shrink, you can panic, or you can lean in. That's the key. Lean in, embrace it, dominate it. Most people run from pressure, they avoid it. They complain, they wait for easier circumstances. That's weakness disguised as patience. Real strength is shown in the moments nobody is watching, when deadlines tighten, stakes rise, and fear whispers that you'll fail. You have a choice, let fear control you or control fear. That's mental toughness. You don't need their permission to step up. You don't need approval to act. Pressure is your proving ground. Think about an athlete stepping onto the Olympic stage. Millions are watching, every eye is judging, every heartbeat is louder than the last. Fear is screaming, you can't do this, you'll fail, you'll choke. And yet champions step forward, they embrace the tension, they focus on the task, not the audience, they repeat their mantra over and over. Pressure is opportunity, pressure is strength, pressure makes me better. Repetition is your ally here, anchor it, breathe it, own it. Let's break down how to embrace pressure instead of fearing it. Step 1. Reframe your mindset. Pressure is not punishment, pressure is information. Pressure tells you what matters. Pressure tells you where growth is. The stronger you become under pressure, the stronger your life becomes overall. Every challenge, every high-stakes situation is a chance to train your mind. That's the key. You have a choice, accept it or let it break you. Step 2. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Fear thrives when you fixate on results. Anxiety builds when you obsess over approval. Champions focus on the work, not the applause. One step, one repetition, one decision at a time. Action under pressure creates momentum. Momentum silences fear. That's mental toughness. Remember, control your actions, don't wait for conditions to be perfect. Embrace the process. Step 3. Anchor your confidence in preparation. Pressure exposes weakness. If you aren't ready, you will crumble. Preparation breeds calm. Preparation breeds power. If you train, if you plan, if you rehearse, the moment of pressure becomes your moment of dominance. Look at CEOs making impossible decisions, soldiers in the battlefield, surgeons in the operating room. Preparation under pressure creates mastery, and mastery eliminates fear. You have a choice, train or falter, that's the key. Here's a repetition anchor. You have a choice, lean in, step up, embrace the challenge, dominate the pressure. Say it, live it, repeat it. When fear hits, when chaos erupts, when doubt screams louder than confidence, this is your lifeline. Pressure is your proving ground, pressure is your teacher, pressure is where champions are made. Real-world example, look at a fighter entering the ring. The bell rings, the crowd roars, the world is watching, every instinct screams to retreat, but they move forward, every punch, every dodge, every tactic is calculated. Fear is acknowledged but not obeyed, they've rehearsed, they've prepared, they've leaned in, they dominate. That's mental toughness in action, that's the blueprint, and you can do the same, you have a choice every time. Let's make it tactical, here is how to embrace pressure in your life. 1. Identify high-pressure moments. Make a list of situations that intimidate you. Commit to facing one today. Small steps under stress train your mind. 2. Anchor your mind with repetition. Before stepping into pressure, repeat your mantra, I control my actions, I embrace the challenge, I am unstoppable. Internalize it, make it automatic. 3. Focus on action, not emotion, don't react emotionally, don't anticipate disaster. One action at a time. Move, solve, execute, fear shrinks when action grows. Here's a crucial truth, the world will never be comfortable, it will never hand you easy moments. Life is pressure in every relationship, in every decision, in every goal. Champions do not avoid it. Champions do not whine about it. Champions lean in. They welcome it. They dominate it. That's the choice. That's the key. You have a choice. Embrace pressure or let it crush you. By now you may be thinking, this is hard. Pressure is terrifying. Good, it should be. Growth is never easy. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth is forged in fire, under stress, under high stakes. Champions get comfortable being uncomfortable. Every challenge you embrace makes you stronger. Every moment you lean in builds mental toughness. You have a choice, shrink or grow, that's the key. And here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is your proving ground. Reframe it, own it, step into it. Action under pressure builds confidence. Action under pressure builds momentum. Action under pressure builds champions. You have a choice. Today, this moment, step forward, dominate. Own your lives. You mastered embracing pressure. Now it's time to silence the doubts that poison your mind. Real champions don't just handle pressure, they ignore the inner critic, and they move with purpose. Chapter 3. Silence your doubts. Doubt is the silent killer of potential. It creeps into your mind, it whispers, you're not ready, you'll fail, maybe you're not good enough. And if you listen, it paralyzes you, it destroys confidence, it robs action, but here's the truth, you have a choice. You can let doubt control you or you can control doubt, that's the key. Champions do not ask permission from their inner critic, champions silence it, they move anyway. Most people let doubt run unchecked. They ruminate, they overthink, they ask too many questions. Am I ready? What if I fail? Will they approve? That's weakness disguised as caution. It's not about preparation alone. It's not about perfection. It's about discipline. You don't need their permission. You don't need the perfect moment. You act, you execute, you grow. That's the foundation of mental toughness. You have a choice, move or stagnate. That's the key. Doubt thrives when you focus on fear instead of action. Every second spent worrying is a second lost to momentum. Every moment spent asking, what if I fail, is energy stolen from how do I win? Champions replace fear with action. They replace uncertainty with execution. Action is the antidote to doubt. Movement crushes hesitation. Repetition is the weapon. I act, I move, I win. I don't wait for certainty. I don't wait for approval. I create results. Say it, live it, repeat it. Let's break it down. Step 1, recognize doubt when it appears. Awareness is the first weapon. Notice the thoughts, I can't do this, I'm not ready, maybe it's too risky. That's your signal to act. Doubt is not truth, it's just a mental obstacle. Label it, acknowledge it, and move past it. You have a choice, follow doubt or lead it. That's the key. Step 2, anchor yourself in preparation and small wins. Doubt loses power when action dominates. Complete one task, finish one goal, win one micro battle. Confidence grows in layers, brick by brick. Each small victory is a shield against fear. Repetition anchor, one action, one result. One step forward, I win, I don't wait. Every time you act despite doubt, you weaken its grip. That's mental toughness in motion. Step 3, affirmation and visualization. Mental rehearsal is your secret weapon. Picture yourself succeeding. Picture yourself moving forward despite fear. Speak affirmations aloud. I am capable. I am disciplined. I act regardless of doubt. Do this daily. Every morning, every night, before every critical task. You're training your mind to choose action over hesitation. You have a choice, train your mind or let it run wild. That's the key. Here's a real-world example. Every top performer, every entrepreneur, every elite athlete has felt doubt. They question themselves, they fear failure, but what separates them is action. They step forward, they take the shot, they make the call, they execute despite uncertainty. That's how breakthroughs happen, that's how champions are made. You can do the same, you have a choice. Act despite doubt and you'll never be stopped. Let's get tactical. Here is how to silence your doubts immediately. 1. Label the doubt, name it, write it down, give it a shape, confront it visually and it loses power. 2. Act before you're ready. Action beats preparation when doubt paralyzes you. Start small, start now. Momentum is unstoppable. 3. Repeat your mantras. I act, I produce, I win, I don't wait. Say it loud, say it often. Anchor your mind in discipline, not hesitation. Repetition is the anchor. Say it again, I act, I move, I win, I don't wait for certainty, I don't wait for permission, I create results. Rehearse it, live it, repeat it. Every doubt silenced is a step closer to dominance. Every hesitation overcome is a layer of mental armor. Doubt only has power if you give it space. Take the space, take the action, that's the key. Here's the truth, your mind will lie to you, it will exaggerate failure, it will amplify fear. It will insist you are unworthy, that's normal, that's biology, but champions don't follow the lie, they act anyway, they move anyway, they execute anyway. Doubt exists to test you, to separate the talkers from the doers. You have a choice, listen or lead, that's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You know doubt is not your enemy, it's your indicator. It signals where growth is required, it tells you which areas demand courage. Action is your response, momentum is your weapon, discipline is your armor, mental toughness is the result. You have a choice, cower or conquer, that's the key. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Doubt is natural, fear is temporary, action is eternal. Step forward even if your hands shake, execute even if your mind screams. Act, don't wait, move, don't explain, win, don't hesitate. You have a choice. Silence your doubts, build your confidence, reinforce your discipline. You are stronger than your fear. You are stronger than your hesitation. You are stronger than doubt itself. You silenced your doubts. Now it's time to confront the subtle trap that sabotages most people quietly, seeking approval from others. Chapter 4: The Silent Cost of Seeking Approval. Seeking approval is a silent thief. It steals your time, it steals your energy, it steals your focus. Most people spend their entire lives trying to make others comfortable, trying to earn validation, trying to prove they're enough. And here's the truth, you have a choice. You can keep giving your power away or you can reclaim it. That's the key. Stop asking permission. Stop waiting for applause. Start living on your terms. When you chase approval, you compromise, you hesitate, you overthink, you second-guess every decision. You're not acting, you're reacting to someone else's expectations. That's weakness disguised as politeness. It's not about being liked, it's about being disciplined. You don't need their validation, you don't need their approval, you need action. Action builds results. Results earn respect. That's the blueprint of mental toughness. You have a choice, be a follower of opinions or a master of outcomes. That's the key. Look around. How many people make decisions based on what others might think? How many people avoid opportunities because someone might judge them? That's the silent cost of seeking approval. It's invisible but deadly. It erodes confidence. It stifles growth. It keeps you small. Champions understand this instinctively. They act regardless of what others think. They move in silence. They measure themselves by their own standards, not the applause of the crowd. Repeat it. Measure yourself by results, not recognition. Step 1. Identify where you seek approval. Notice when your thoughts are driven by what will they think, or will they like me? Awareness is your first weapon. Doubt tied to approval is weaker when named. Acknowledge it, then act anyway. You have a choice: serve the opinion of others or serve your mission. That's the key. Step 2. Detach from external validation. Stop posting for likes. Stop explaining your choices. Stop seeking compliments. Focus instead on the work, the process, and the results. The world will notice when you are unstoppable, not when you are explainable. Action replaces attention. Discipline replaces applause. Momentum replaces recognition. Repeat this mantra: I act, I deliver, I win. I don't need approval. I don't wait for applause. Anchor it, live it, repeat it daily. Step 3. Build confidence through internal validation. Affirm your choices. Celebrate your small victories. Reflect on what you accomplish, not on what others notice. Confidence grows from consistency, not compliments. Repetition. Anchor: I am enough. My results are proof. My discipline is my voice. Every action taken without seeking approval reinforces mental toughness. Every moment you act for yourself, you gain power. That's the key. Real-world example: look at innovators, entrepreneurs, or athletes at the top of their field. They weren't popular when they started. They weren't approved by peers or critics. They faced skepticism, ridicule, and doubt. And yet they moved forward. They acted in silence. They executed relentlessly. The world only recognized them after results were undeniable. That's the pattern. That's the blueprint. You can do the same. You have a choice: wait for approval or dominate silently. That's the key. Let's make it tactical. 1. Audit your decisions. Identify one choice today that is influenced by fear of judgment. Act on it for yourself, not for approval. 2. Detach from external voices. Turn off notifications, avoid comparison, and focus on execution. Build momentum in isolation if needed. 3. Anchor internal validation. Every day, list 3 actions you took that align with your goals. Celebrate privately. Internalize your wins. Repetition is essential. Say it aloud: I act for results. I don't wait for applause. I don't seek permission. I win silently. Repeat it until your mind accepts it as truth. Every time you act without approval, doubt weakens. Every time you act for yourself, mental toughness grows. That's the key. You have a choice: act with discipline, execute with focus. Ignore the noise, dominate your life quietly. Here's the truth most people never realize: approval is a trap. It's invisible, but it controls more lives than fear ever could. Approval demands compromise. Approval delays action. Approval weakens discipline. Champions reject it. Champions act. Champions measure success by results, not recognition. You have a choice: follow approval or follow your own discipline. That's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You understand the cost of seeking approval. You see how it steals energy, focus, and momentum. You know how to act for yourself. You know how to internalize validation. Every action you take from this moment forward builds mental toughness. Every time you refuse to seek permission, you reinforce strength. Every small victory executed quietly compounds into unstoppable momentum. You have a choice: give away power or reclaim it. That's the key. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Approval is optional. Discipline is essential. Action is non-negotiable. Stop explaining. Stop seeking applause. Stop giving your power away. You have a choice: act for yourself. Build results. Reinforce discipline. Mental toughness grows in silence. You mastered approval. Now it's time to build resilience step by step. Chapter 5. Build resilience through small wins. Resilience isn't born overnight. It's not some magic trait. It's forged step by step, win by win. Most people think they need massive victories to feel strong. That's a lie. Small wins build momentum. Small wins build confidence. Small wins build an unshakable mind. You have a choice: wait for the big moment or start stacking victories now. That's the key. Most people underestimate small wins. They ignore daily progress. They dismiss small victories as insignificant. And yet these are the building blocks of mental toughness. Every task completed, every challenge faced, every decision executed under pressure is a victory. It doesn't matter if it's tiny. Consistency compounds, momentum grows silently. That's the truth. Repeat it, stack small wins, build unstoppable momentum. Step 1. Set achievable daily goals. Don't aim for perfection. Don't wait for ideal conditions. Choose one action you can complete today that moves you forward. Finish it. Check it off. That's a win. Repeat tomorrow. Then the next day. Momentum builds silently. Confidence grows. Resilience forms naturally. Every micro-victory reinforces your discipline. You have a choice: act or stagnate. That's the key. Step 2. Celebrate privately, not publicly. Recognition from others is optional. Action is mandatory. When you complete a task, acknowledge it. Internal validation strengthens your mind. It's not about applause, it's about proof to yourself. Proof that you can execute, that you can overcome, that you can persist. Repeat your mantra, one win today, one step forward, one action closer. I act, I deliver, I win. Anchor it, live it, repeat it daily. Step 3. Use challenges as training grounds. Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice resilience. Every failure is feedback. Every setback is a lesson in disguise. Champions don't avoid hard moments. They face them deliberately. They extract lessons. They grow stronger. Momentum is built not in comfort. It's forged under pressure. Repetition anchor. Every challenge strengthens me. Every setback trains me. Every win, no matter how small, builds me. Here's a real-world example. Look at entrepreneurs. Most start with tiny steps, writing business plans, making cold calls, learning new skills. They fail, they adjust, they try again. Step by step, action by action, they build resilience. One small win leads to the next. Before they know it, momentum turns into unstoppable success. The same principle works for you. You have a choice: ignore small wins or use them to train your mind. That's the key. Let's get tactical here as how to build resilience through small wins today. 1. List 3 micro goals. Daily tasks that move you toward your larger objective. Complete them without distraction. Win them. 2. Record your victories. Keep a log of progress. Seeing consistent wins reinforces confidence and mental toughness. 3. Reflect and repeat. At the end of each day, review what you accomplished. Internalize the lesson. Then plan tomorrow's wins. Momentum compounds. Discipline strengthens. Action becomes habitual. Repetition is critical. Say it again. One action today, one win today. Momentum builds silently. I act, I deliver, I win. I don't wait for approval. I don't explain, I execute. Every day you do this, you reinforce mental toughness. Every micro win chips away at doubt, fear, and hesitation. Small wins are invisible to others, but to your mind, they are everything. You have a choice: take small steps daily or remain stagnant. That's the key. Real-world insight: resilience isn't flashy. It's quiet. It doesn't demand applause. It's the silent grind that produces extraordinary results over time. Every small win accumulates. Every failure teaches. Every act of persistence reinforces your mind. Champions don't wait for life to test them. They build their resilience proactively, one step at a time. You can do the same. You have a choice: endure life passively or train your mind to respond actively. That's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You see how small wins compound. You understand that resilience is built, not wished for. You know how to create momentum. You know how to stack victories silently. Mental toughness grows not from luck, not from approval, not from perfection, but from consistent, repeated action. You have a choice: act deliberately or watch life pass by. That's the key. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Resilience is built in increments. Every small victory is a brick. Every action strengthens your mind. Momentum compounds silently. Doubt diminishes, fear shrinks, discipline grows. You act, you deliver, you win. You have a choice: wait for a miracle or build mental toughness step by step. Chapter 6. Control your emotions or they will control you. Your emotions are not your enemies, but if you let them run unchecked, they will destroy you. Anger, fear, frustration, and doubt, these are weapons, but only if you control them. Most people react, they lash out, they panic, they freeze, they make mistakes they regret. Champions don't react, they respond. That's the difference. You have a choice: let your emotions control you or control them. That's the key. Let's be clear: controlling emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means observing, choosing, and acting deliberately. Fear will arise, anger will rise, excitement will hit. The world will push against you. Your mind will scream. That's normal. What separates the average from the unstoppable is this: discipline in action under emotional pressure. Repeat it: I choose my response. I do not react. I control my emotions. Step 1. Pause before you act. When emotions surge, your brain wants instant reaction. That's biology. But mental toughness is training your brain to insert a pause. Pause, breathe, observe, decide. Every time you pause, you create space for logic, for strategy, for dominance. You have a choice: react impulsively or act intentionally. That's the key. Step 2. Name the emotion. Label it. I am angry. I am frustrated. I am anxious. Recognition diminishes power. Acknowledging emotion allows control. Don't fight it. Don't ignore it. Accept it. Then choose action that aligns with your goals. Champions don't suppress, they harness. Harnessing emotion converts it into energy, into focus, into unstoppable drive. Anchor phrase: I acknowledge, I control, I act. Step 3. Channel emotion into action. Don't vent in ways that destroy progress. Redirect energy. Write, train, speak, execute. Every surge of adrenaline becomes a tool, not a weapon against yourself. Real-world example: athletes in high-pressure games use anxiety as focus. CEOs use stress to accelerate decision-making. Soldiers use fear to heighten awareness. Emotion is fuel if controlled. You have a choice: let it destroy you or turn it into power. That's the key. Here's a practical method: the 3-step emotional control cycle. 1. Pause, stop immediate reaction. Step back mentally, take a breath, gain perspective. 2. Identify, name what you feel, understand the trigger, accept it without judgment. 3. Act, choose your next move deliberately, align with your goals, execute with discipline. Repeat this process daily. Every argument, every setback, every high-pressure moment. Each time you use this cycle, mental toughness compounds. Each time you control your emotions, doubt and fear weaken. Anchor phrase, I control my emotions, I control my life, I am unstoppable. Say it, repeat it, live it. Let's talk about a real-world example. A CEO faces criticism during a major product launch. Her team is panicking, investors are pressuring, her instinct screams, react, defend, explain, but she pauses. She identifies the emotion, stress, urgency, frustration. Then she acts deliberately, addresses the most critical issues, calms the team, executes the plan. Outcome, the product succeeds, the team grows stronger, and her confidence is reinforced. That's the blueprint. You can do the same, you have a choice, control or chaos, that's the key. Here's the repetition anchor. You have a choice. Pause, observe, act, control your emotions, dominate your life. Internalize this. Use it with every interaction, every challenge, every failure, every unexpected twist. Emotional discipline is not optional, it's mandatory for anyone who wants to be unstoppable. Here's the truth most people ignore. Uncontrolled emotion destroys more potential than failure ever will. Anger causes mistakes. Fear freezes opportunities. Impulses derail momentum. Champions act intentionally. They channel emotion into strategy. They use every surge of energy as fuel. They have mastered the art of response. And you can too. You have a choice, reaction or control. That's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You see how emotional mastery reinforces mental toughness. You know that discipline in high-stress moments determines outcomes. You understand how to harness, channel, and control feelings without being enslaved to them. Every pause strengthens your mind. Every deliberate action reinforces resilience. Mental toughness is forged in these small, repeated exercises of emotional discipline. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. You control your emotions or they control you. Pause, identify, act. Channel energy, focus your mind, reinforce discipline, strengthen your confidence. You have a choice, chaos or dominance, take control. Use your emotions as fuel, not as chains. Mental toughness grows here. And now it's time to focus on habit because no emotional control survives without consistent training. Chapter 7, Mental Toughness is a habit, not a talent. Most people think champions are born. They think mental toughness is a gift, a talent, something you either have or you don't. That's a lie. Mental toughness is built, it's trained, it's forged daily through habits, routines, and repeated actions. You have a choice, wait to be born strong or build it yourself. That's the key. Let's be clear, talent without discipline is wasted potential. Discipline without repetition is fragile. Champions combine both, but the foundation is habit. Mental toughness is not a one-time effort, it's not a motivational speech, it's a daily practice. Every choice, every action, every decision compounds. Repeat it, I train my mind daily, I reinforce my discipline. Mental toughness is built, not born. Step 1. Establish your non-negotiables. What will you do every single day without excuse? Exercise, planning, skill building, meditation, reading, journaling. These habits stack and compound over time. A single action alone does little. Repetition creates strength. Momentum builds silently. Discipline becomes automatic. You have a choice, build your mind daily or rely on luck. That's the key. Step 2. Embrace discomfort intentionally. Habits grow in resistance. Mental toughness is strengthened in challenge. Take cold showers, push past fatigue, speak up when it's uncomfortable. Execute tasks you're tempted to avoid. Each deliberate act of discomfort trains your mind. Each completed challenge reinforces resilience. Anchor phrase, I choose discomfort, I grow stronger, I act despite resistance. Step 3. Track your progress relentlessly. Mental toughness grows when you see proof of your consistency. Use a journal, a checklist, or a habit tracker. Record wins, note setbacks, refine actions. Momentum builds when you measure. Doubt shrinks when results accumulate. Repetition anchor, I act daily, I reinforce discipline. I build unstoppable momentum. Here's a real-world example. Top performers in any field, athletes, business leaders, creators, do not rely on bursts of inspiration. They rely on daily habits. The Olympic runner trains every day even when tired. The entrepreneur works relentlessly even when motivation wanes. Over time, small, consistent actions build unshakable mental toughness. That's how champions are made. You can do the same. You have a choice, rely on talent or build habit. That's the key. Let's get tactical. Here is how to create habits that reinforce mental toughness today. 1. Identify one non-negotiable habit. Pick a daily action aligned with your goals. Execute without fail. 2. Start small, repeat consistently. Momentum grows faster than intensity. Discipline compounds through repetition. 3. Anchor yourself in accountability. Track progress. Review wins, reflect on setbacks. Consistency strengthens mental resilience. Repetition is the secret weapon. Say it aloud. Mental toughness is a habit, not a talent. I act daily. I build momentum. I grow stronger every day. Internalize it, live it, repeat it. Every repeated action reinforces your mind. Every small win compounds. Every day you execute builds unstoppable confidence. You have a choice: act consistently or hope for talent to carry you. That's the key. Real-world insight: habits define results. Motivation fades. Inspiration is temporary. Discipline endures. Champions understand this. They embrace the grind day after day, building mental toughness quietly and relentlessly. You can do the same. Momentum is created, not wished for. Strength is trained, not inherited. You have a choice: be reactive or proactive. That's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You understand mental toughness is a construct built through consistent action and deliberate habits. You see how repeated execution reinforces confidence. You know that daily discipline compounds into unshakable strength. You have the tools to act deliberately, embrace discomfort, and track progress relentlessly. You have a choice: build habits that reinforce strength or surrender to randomness. That's the key. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Mental toughness is a habit, not a talent. Train daily. Execute consistently. Embrace discomfort. Track progress. Repeat relentlessly. Every action compounds. Every habit strengthens your mind. Momentum grows silently. You have a choice: wait for talent or build unstoppable discipline. Chapter 8: Fear is a compass, not a wall. Fear is not your enemy. It is a guide. It is a signal. Fear tells you where growth is, where opportunity lies, and where you must step forward. Most people treat fear as a wall. They see it and they stop, they hesitate, they retreat. Champions see fear as a compass. They follow it, they lean into it. That's the key. You have a choice: avoid fear or let it guide you. Let's be clear, fear is biological. Your brain wants safety. It screams, don't risk it, don't challenge yourself, stay comfortable. That voice is lying to you. Growth is outside comfort. Strength is built through challenge. Courage is cultivated through action under fear. Anchor phrase: I act despite fear. I follow the signal. I grow stronger every day. Repeat it, live it, internalize it. Step 1: identify your fears. Write them down, name them. Fear becomes manageable when observed clearly. Avoidance strengthens fear. Confronting it diminishes it. Every time you act despite fear, you weaken its grip. You have a choice: surrender to fear or use it as guidance. That's the key. Step 2: take immediate small action toward fear. Momentum neutralizes dread. Don't wait until you feel brave. Bravery is built through action, not emotion. Every small step toward what scares you builds courage. Repetition anchor: I step forward, I act despite fear. I grow stronger with each move. Small wins compound into unshakable resilience. That's mental toughness in practice. Step 3: reframe fear as feedback. Fear is information. It shows you where your potential lies. Fear indicates significance. The bigger the fear, the greater the opportunity for growth. Champions reinterpret fear as a compass, not a wall. They act deliberately where others hesitate. Anchor phrase: fear is my signal, not my barrier. I follow it, I conquer it, I grow. Here's a real-world example. Consider a public speaker standing before a massive audience for the first time. Fear strikes, heart races, mind screams, you'll fail, they'll judge you. Most retreat. Champions lean in, they focus on preparation, they step forward anyway. The fear transforms into adrenaline. The performance exceeds expectation. The lesson: fear indicates what matters most. Action under fear is where greatness is forged. You can do the same. You have a choice: retreat or advance. That's the key. Let's get tactical. 1. Map your fears. Identify one area where fear is holding you back today. 2. Take immediate action. Move one step toward that fear. Small actions compound into courage. 3. Anchor reflection. After the action, reflect on the outcome. Reinforce the lesson. Courage grows through execution. Repetition is essential. Say it aloud. I follow fear. I act despite fear. I grow stronger every day. Fear guides me. It does not control me. Internalize it. Live it. Repeat it until your mind accepts it as truth. Every step you take toward fear strengthens your discipline. Every challenge faced grows resilience. Every act of courage compounds mental toughness. You have a choice: wall or compass. That's the key. Real-world insight: fear is universal. Everyone feels it. The difference is in response. Average people let fear dictate decisions. Champions let fear direct action. Fear is a tool. It is a guidepost. It is a signal. Ignore it and you miss opportunity. Follow it and you grow unstoppable. You have a choice: run from fear or let it guide you to greatness. That's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You see fear differently. You understand it signals growth, not danger. You know how to act despite discomfort. You see how small actions create courage. You understand mental toughness is built by facing fear deliberately. Every time you act under fear, doubt shrinks. Every time you advance despite hesitation, your resilience grows. You have a choice, avoid fear or let it guide you. That's the key. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Fear is a compass, not a wall. Identify it, step toward it, act despite it, reflect on it, transform fear into growth. Momentum compounds, confidence grows, mental toughness strengthens. You have a choice, retreat or advance, step forward, lean into fear. Grow unstoppable. Chapter 9, Discipline your mind or be controlled by chaos. Your mind is a battlefield. If you do not control it, it will control you. Thoughts will wander, emotions will dictate. Impulses will drive decisions. Most people live in reaction. They drift from one distraction to another. They follow chaos. Champions live differently. They impose order. They discipline their thoughts. They master their focus. You have a choice, be ruled by chaos or rule your mind. That's the key. Let's be clear, mental discipline is not convenience. It is not comfort. It is work. It is constant, deliberate effort. Your brain will resist. It will crave distraction. It will scream, relax, avoid the hard work. Take the easy path. That's normal. The difference is this: champions do the hard work anyway. They enforce boundaries. They set rules for their attention. Anchor phrase: I control my mind. I choose my focus. Chaos does not dictate my actions. Repeat it, live it, internalize it. Step 1. Set strict mental boundaries. Control what you expose your mind to. Limit distractions. Control information intake. Choose what you consume carefully. Social media, conversations, media, environment. Mental clutter is chaos. Clarity is power. Discipline is enforced by what you allow inside. Repetition anchor: I choose what enters my mind. I filter, I focus, I dominate. Step 2. Practice deliberate focus. Multitasking is the enemy of discipline. Choose one task, attack it fully. Eliminate distractions. Immerse completely. Every focused action reinforces your mental strength. Momentum grows when attention is undivided. Mental toughness compounds. You have a choice, scattered attention or deliberate execution. That's the key. Step 3. Reframe negative thoughts into actionable insight. Chaos thrives on self-doubt, regret, and fear. Notice these thoughts. Acknowledge them, transform them into questions. What can I do now? What can I improve? What action moves me forward? Every challenge faced with focus converts chaos into strategy. Anchor phrase: I turn problems into actions. I turn doubt into power. I turn chaos into momentum. Here's a real-world example. A leader faces a sudden crisis at work. Panic spreads among the team. Most react emotionally. Chaos escalates. But a disciplined mind remains calm. They assess, prioritize, and act systematically. They impose order. They solve the critical issues first. The crisis is managed. Momentum is regained. The mind dictates outcomes, not chaos. You can do the same. You have a choice, react or impose order. That's the key. Let's get tactical. 1. Daily mental audit. At the start of each day, identify potential distractions. Set boundaries. Decide what deserves your attention. 2. Single task focus. Commit to one critical task at a time. Remove all interruptions. Fully engage. Action compounds discipline. 3. Transform negative thought patterns. Replace self-doubt with action steps. Every thought that tempts hesitation becomes a decision to act. Repetition is essential. Say it aloud: I control my mind. I impose order. I focus deliberately. Chaos does not control me. Internalize this principle. Live it in every conversation, every decision, every task. Discipline grows in repetition. Strength builds through deliberate focus. Every moment you enforce mental boundaries reinforces mental toughness. You have a choice, chaos or control. That's the key. Real-world insight: undisciplined minds fail more often than unprepared bodies. Emotional chaos, scattered focus, indecision, these destroy potential. Champions do not leave anything to chance. They discipline their minds relentlessly. They build clarity, focus, and resilience. You can do the same. You have a choice: drift with the current or swim deliberately toward your goals. That's the key. By now you should feel the shift. You see that mental discipline is not optional. It is the foundation of everything. You understand the power of boundaries, focus, and transforming thought into action. You know that chaos cannot dictate outcomes if your mind is disciplined. Every deliberate choice compounds into unstoppable mental toughness. You have a choice: drift or dominate. That's the key. So here's your closing anchor for this chapter. Discipline your mind or be controlled by chaos. Set boundaries. Focus deliberately. Transform negative thoughts into actionable steps. Reinforce mental toughness daily. Momentum compounds. Confidence grows. You have a choice: control or chaos. Take control. Rule your mind. Rule your life. Chapter 10. Your mind decides your outcome. Your mind determines everything. Not luck, not talent, not circumstances. Your mind is the filter, the engine, the architect of your life. Every decision, every action, every outcome begins here. Most people blame the world. They blame situations. They blame other people. Champions don't. Champions take full responsibility for their thoughts and actions. You have a choice: let life happen to you or make life happen through mastery of your mind. That's the key. Step 1. Take ownership of your thoughts. Notice what you're thinking. Observe patterns of doubt, fear, or negativity. Label them, then replace them with deliberate, empowering thoughts. Anchor phrase, I control my thoughts. My thoughts control my life. I decide my outcome. Repeat it, internalize it. Every conscious thought strengthens your mental framework. Step 2. Actively train your focus. Every distraction is a decision. Every diverted attention is energy lost. Champions focus relentlessly on what matters. They prioritize, they execute, they eliminate clutter mentally and physically. Focus creates clarity, clarity creates confidence, confidence produces results. Repetition anchor, I focus, I act, I produce, my mind drives my outcome. Step 3. Visualize and internalize success. Champions see the finish line before taking the first step. They rehearse decisions, actions, and results in their mind. Visualization programs your brain for action under pressure. It reinforces belief. It strengthens confidence. Anchor phrase, I see it. I believe it, I execute it. My mind decides my outcome. Real-world example, elite athletes, CEOs, and innovators all rely on mental priming. Michael Jordan visualized game-winning shots hundreds of times before taking them. Entrepreneurs rehearse negotiations in their minds before they occur. Every great outcome begins in the mind before it manifests in reality. You can do the same. You have a choice, let thoughts drift randomly or program them deliberately for victory. That's the key. Tactical steps to make your mind decide your outcome today. 1. Daily mental audit. Record dominant thoughts. Replace negative patterns with empowering alternatives. 2. Focused action blocks. Dedicate undistracted time to high-priority tasks. Train attention like a muscle. 3. Visualization practice. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining success, executing decisions, and overcoming obstacles. Anchor this in emotion, see it, feel it, internalize it. Repetition is essential. Say it aloud. I control my thoughts. I act deliberately. I decide my outcome. My mind drives my success. Internalize it, live it, repeat it every day. Every deliberate thought compounds into unstoppable momentum. Every focused action builds resilience. Every visualization programs victory. You have a choice. Let life happen randomly or take command with a disciplined mind. That's the key. You've heard it all. The blueprint is clear. Stop proving, start doing. Embrace pressure. Silence doubt. Reject approval. Build resilience. Control your emotions. Train habits. Face fear. Focus on what you can control. Your mind decides everything. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of fear is a choice. Now I challenge you, take this blueprint and act.